Does anyone know why everything is so fucking expensive right now? Maybe I'm just like extra broke compared to usual, but I swear everything costs so much more. And I'm telling you, I literally went to the grocery store, and I went to Publix and Sprouts because I try and get like cheaper stuff at the other stores. And 2 bags of groceries, $200. $200. What?
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right time, right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down.
What's good, shout around? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
I'm 28 years old, I have a degree, I'm not doing anything with that degree currently. I have experience in so many different things, but for some reason when I think about going back into the workforce, I'm currently unemployed, just moved back to the States, I get so overwhelmed. I don't want to climb the corporate ladder. I don't want to go back into retail management. I don't want to go into healthcare. Like, I want to just rescue dogs and live on a farm. If you are in your late 20s, early 30s, what do you do for work? I don't even need to make a ton of money. I just want to live comfortably and be happy and have the time to pursue my hobbies and my passions outside of work. And it just feels like that almost isn't possible in the corporate America that we live in. What do you do for work? Because I feel like there's gotta be jobs that I'm just not thinking of. So please tell me.
Okay, this is absolutely hilarious to continually see these crazy ass videos pop up on my timeline. Here, this is the reality. You modern women voted for this economy. Y'all voted for increase in minimum wage for fast food workers, which absolutely doesn't make sense. Fast food is a job for high schoolers, okay? It's a first job type of thing. And then managers, they're more experienced in the restaurant business. But when it comes to fast food, you should not be 50 years old working fries at Walmart. If you're there, I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. You got to make money, right? But you have failed throughout life. So a lot of y'all are giving handouts to people who don't deserve it. It's low skilled labor. It does not deserve $15, $20 an hour. And you idiots advocated for that so much that now a Big Mac is $18. Congratulations. So women voted for inflation. Women voted for these hard economic times, entering the workforce, making it more competitive. That it just added on. And now we're in 2024 and these women can't figure out what they want to do. They don't want to work hard. Like she said, she doesn't want to grind in corporate America. She doesn't want to go to the medical field and sacrifice her time. She just wants to do hobbies and be able to live comfortably. Baby girl, this is not Disney World. This is not a fantasy world that you are living in. This is the real world where you're going to have to wake your ass up and work like every other man and woman in this country, okay? Gone are the days where you think you just gonna be laid up all day watching Netflix, and this ain't your college days anymore, boo-boo. I know she's used to going to college and skipping class and still making A's because college is easy as fuck. And she has a useless degree and she's just chilling and going to, different organizations and clubs. Like she's talking about, I have so much experience in other things. Well, if you had experience in employment, then you would have a job right now. But this is why I know she doesn't have employment experience, right? Because if she had employment experience, she would say, I worked as this, I worked as that, I did this, I did that. No. What is her experience? What does she mean by experience? Going out every weekend, partying every weekend, going and traveling, going to different countries and getting her back blown out in different countries. That's what these modern women mean by experience. They don't mean it as employment experience, okay? When I was in college, I had an internship with Deloitte. I had an internship with other companies. I worked at the radio station, the college radio station, okay? I took my actual experience and work experience from high school, working in a restaurant, working at Steak and Shake, working at O Hacienda, working at these different jobs, working in the dining commons. And I took that and then I said, okay, what's the next step when it comes to working in food? Okay, next step is working at a 4-star restaurant, which I did. Okay. What's the next step in radio and broadcasting? Okay, let me go take some engineering classes for that, that I can fill my elective time with. And I learned audio engineering and I learned mastering, mixing and mastering. I learned how to use a DAW. Okay. I learned how to use different softwares in order to engineer music. And I took that skill and went into radio broadcasting, which I had experience in when I was in high school, because I worked for 1470 The Light radio station that is, broadcasted all throughout the United States, but specifically in the Spartanburg, South Carolina area. Okay. So I actually have experience, and I took that experience and propelled it to employment opportunities. Now I am an entrepreneur. I have my own business and I work in a totally different industry that, is reflective of my college degree, which I have a degree in project management with emphasis on management information systems and a degree in economics. And I took those degrees, also a minor in Spanish. I took those degrees and I'm actually using them in my day-to-day life. Whereas these women, they get worthless degrees, they get useless degrees, and then they don't even seek employment when they're in university. They're not seeking employment to get experience. So when they graduate college, yeah, of course you're not going to get a job because you consider experience, gallivanting and backpacking in Europe. But that's not what employers want to see. They want to see work experience. They want to see that you showed up every single day on time. They want to see that, hey, if I call your former boss, are you a hard worker? Do you, stay over overtime? Are you going to bust your ass for this company? That's what they want to see. They don't want to see, oh, I went to Europe and I got my nails done here. And that's what these modern women consider as experience. And it's absolutely laughable. And that's why y'all are struggling in the workplace.
Does anyone know why everything is so fucking expensive right now? Maybe I'm just like extra broke compared to usual. But I swear everything costs so much more. And I'm telling you, I literally went to the grocery store and I went to Publix and Sprouts because I try and get like cheaper stuff at the other stores. And 2 bags of groceries, $200. $200. What? And I come to like Ulta to get a couple things because I had to. I'm running out of my face cream and stuff. I'm not even going to talk about how much that was because I'm literally just... I'm so upset. Like, how money doesn't go into my savings account. No, it just goes towards bills and then like stuff like this. And I don't even go shopping like I used to. Trust.
Yeah, I guess daddy and mommy's money ran out. See, here's the hilarious thing. Y'all are over here complaining about an economy that you voted for, you advocated for. Y'all keep voting these Democrats in and think that the economy is going to get better, and all they're doing is freaking printing money. And y'all are over here believing that that's the right thing to do and give everybody a check and increase minimum wage. Y'all sound dumb as fuck, bruh. And then you're going to go over here and complain about the increase in prices? Dude, cry me a river. It's absolutely hilarious to see you struggling, but here's a reality. Look at that car. That vehicle is a 2008 plus model. How about you sell your damn car and get a cheaper car? You can easily find a car on eBay or Craigslist for $2,500. It ain't gonna be as nice. Maybe it doesn't have air conditioning. Maybe, you might have to switch all the tires out or switch the alternator out. But guess what? It's moving and it's a point A to point B. Your car's too expensive for one, especially for your lifestyle. So let's check that off the box. Then you're talking about going to Ulta, which is, and the women may not know, but oh yeah, I know about Ulta. I know about Sephora. Y'all are buying makeup, which is perishable goods. You're absolutely, bruh, you are buying perishable goods and then complaining that you don't have more money. How about you just, I don't know, stop wearing makeup? It's too expensive and it's literally worthless. Unless you are a makeup artist or your profession involves purchasing these perishable goods, then you don't need them. I guarantee, but guess what? Oh, beauty over everything, even beauty over broke. Yeah, and that's why they're going into intercourse work. I'm telling you guys, because she would rather buy makeup, a perishable good that has no intrinsic value at all. She'd rather purchase makeup, which is hundreds of dollars, $60 a bottle of this, $100 a bottle of that. She'd rather purchase makeup than to get her finances in shape. But guess what? You have to make sacrifices. But guess what? These modern women, they don't want to make sacrifices. And that's why you're struggling in today's economy. All right, guys. So this video is long as well. So I'm going to be interjecting here and there. But it's about tipping culture. And guess what? Remember we did that other video about the woman complaining that she wasn't getting enough tips? Well, now we have a woman who is complaining that she was asked to give a larger tip. So let's get into this. This is going to be absolutely hilarious, because it's funny that you have on one end, women are saying, tip more, y'all need to tip more. Then on the other end, the consumer is like, I ain't got no more money to tip. And it's also a woman, which is just absolutely hilarious, because these are the main ones who are shaming people. Oh, you ain't tipping none, you broke. You ain't tipping none, you broke. But then guess what? When it's an actual woman in place, oh, well, she shouldn't have to tip. Her man should be paying for it. Oh, well, she don't got a man. Oh, okay, well, then maybe we should be more thoughtful, and maybe we should be more inclusive about people who don't tip. But if it's a man, oh, he broke. He ain't tipping. He ain't. See? I even had a debate with, some white guys on Twitter, in a Twitter space. And obviously they were, a lot of the white guys, they're racist online, but then in real life, they have no smoke, no type of energy like that. But, obviously they're saying, oh, black guys don't tip, black guys don't tip. Okay, we can go with that stereotype. I'm not necessarily denying that black guys don't tip, right? But what I'm saying is, y'all talking about 20, 30, 40% tips, bruh. Ain't nobody putting up a 20, 30, 40% tip unless they're a millionaire in this day and age. But, you got these dudes who are literally full of shit. They're capping on these Twitter spaces talking about, well, I tip 25%. I tip every time I go. I'm leaving a 20. You're a damn lie.
I really don't consider myself to be a cheap person. I'm more than happy to tip, but I feel like tipping nowadays is just getting out of control. So yesterday I wanted to get a massage because my back has been sore, but I'm a girl in her mid-20s. I didn't really want to pay too much, because I'm living on my own and trying to pay bills, save up for things, and going through a bit of a career change right now. I ended up finding a place for $80 for the hour, which I thought was more than fair, so I called, booked an appointment, all good. I go in last night to get the massage done, and it's funny, the lady actually forgot I even made an appointment. She was like, are you sure you booked an appointment? I'm like, yep, we talked on the phone last night, but we laughed. That was fine. It was all good. We laughed about it. So she wanted me to pay for the service ahead of time, which I thought was strange, but also I understood, because I'm like, well, she probably just wants to make sure she gets paid, because it's a smaller building and that's all good. So I pay the $80 with my card. She passes me back a slip of paper to write my tip on it. Now I'm standing there kind of wondering, what's like a fine, acceptable tip? Because obviously when I go out to eat, it's a $15 or $20 bill, so I have no problem tipping 20% because, I'm already only paying like $20 for the bill. But here I'm paying $80 as it is for the service. So I'm like, I don't know, $5, $10. So I write down $5. I'm like, hopefully that's fine, hey, if I was a multimillionaire, I'd be happy to tip $1,000. But it's like, I'm trying to kind of budget, and I'm already paying for the service. So I write down $5. I pass back the slip and she goes, that's it? And I said, what do you mean? And she goes, that's all you're tipping? So I was like, how much do you think I should be tipping? Because I thought maybe she'll say $10 and I have no problem doing that. She goes, oh, definitely $20 to $30. I'm already paying $80. Old me would have just given the $20 and not wanted to cause problems. Even new me doesn't want to cause problems. I just wanted to go in there, get my massage and be happy and pay the price and give a little tip, that's fine. But I was like, no, I feel like I need to stick up for myself in this situation because this is kind of rude, So I was like, well, I'm not tipping $20. Like, that's a little much. She goes, well, the girls here work really hard. And I said, oh, I'm not questioning that at all. I'm sure they do, but that's why I am already paying $80. Like, I'm paying $80 and then adding this little tip on. And she goes, well, that just covers our rent. So then I'm like, well, respectfully, that's not my problem. Like,
And I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. You have this woman who is not willing to give an extra $15 tip for the service, but I thought y'all were girls girl. Oh, I'm a girls girl. I'm a girls girl. I support women. I support boss strong women. But when it comes to you putting money in support of this woman, where are you at?
I'm sorry if maybe your boss doesn't pay you guys enough. That's really unfortunate, but it shouldn't be up to me to make up for that. You know, I'm already paying $80 for the service, added a little tip, like whatever. Anyway, she kind of keeps like going on looking at, like staring at me, just making me feel bad. So now I'm like, okay, I don't even want to, you know, I don't even know if I want to do this. So I say to her, I'd be happy to take my business elsewhere because, you know, I can get a refund with my credit card company. I'd be happy to go elsewhere if my tip's not good enough for you and whatever. And she goes, no, get the massage and then you can tip more after.
Ooh.
So anyway, I'm in the room getting ready to get this massage done, and I can hear her and the girl who's going to be doing my massage outside of, like, out by the front desk, and they're speaking in their own language, which I don't speak, so I can't say for certain what they were saying, but you know when you just feel like someone's talking about you? That's what it felt like, because I was the only client there in the building, and this had all just happened. It didn't sound like whatever they were saying
Projecting much? Maybe.
Sound like they were saying it in a nice way, so I was like, I feel like they're talking about me now. So anyway, just a bad vibe, bad feeling, so I'm like, I'm gonna leave. So I get my stuff, I'm walking out the door, and I'm like, you know what, I just feel uncomfortable, I don't feel good about this, I'm just gonna get a refund through my credit card company, and have a good night. I'm walking to my car, the front desk lady's like chasing me out the door, and she's like, no, come back, it's okay, like, I'll give you a discount, and I'll take the tip off, like, it's all good. And I'm like, well, no, that's fine, like, I'm fine with paying full price, I'm fine with leaving the tip, I'm not trying to, you know, pay less or anything. I'm happy with paying the full price and the tip, but I just don't appreciate being made to feel bad for what I'm able to tip right now. And mind you, it's not that I'm not able to tip $20, but it's like, I don't really want to right now.
You're not able. Just say it. You're broke. Like, why are y'all trying to dress it up? Bitch, you're broke.
At this stage in my life, I'm already paying $80, you know, like, anyway, so she goes, well, I promise, like, we weren't talking about you, which I found funny because I never even mentioned the whole, like, talking thing. So I was like, Anyway, she goes, I promise we weren't talking about you. I was just telling her, like, that you know, what you want done and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, I'm fine to come back in and pay the full price and leave my tip, but I don't want to get a bad service now because, you know, you guys are mad at me or something. Like, I don't want somebody, like, pounding on my back, you know, because they're, like, mad at me. She goes, no, I promise, like, it'll be fine, just come back in, get the massage, like, it's all good. So I'm like, okay. So I go back in, and the girl who did my massage, she was really great, really nice, and everything was really good. But the whole time I'm laying on the bed, like, overthinking now. Like, I wasn't even thinking about the massage because I just was overthinking about the whole situation, thinking, like, am I a bad person? Like, I'm not trying to be, like, anyway.
And no, I mean, it doesn't make her a bad person. It just makes her a hypocrite because I guarantee beforehand, she probably talk a whole bunch of this and a whole bunch of that about men who don't tip. If men ain't tipping at a restaurant, then he broke, and I ain't going on a second date with him and all this kind of stuff. And they be the main ones saying this, but then when it comes down to them having to give a tip, oh, well, I don't got it right now, and it's hard on me, and it's hard to get a job after college and all this stuff, dude.
Anyway, the massage is done. And I'm like, okay, I will add $5 on because she did do a really great job and $10 is fine. I'm still not going to tip 20 to 30, but I'm like, I'll do 10. So I go out and now they're being really nice to me, right? Because sometimes when you put people in their place a little bit, like not being mean, but just like you just put people in their place a little bit, they kind of like respect you more. You know what I mean? You're kind of like top dog like vibes. That's kind of what it was like. So they're like, how was it? And they were super friendly. And I was like, it was great. I'd be happy to add on another $5. And she's like, no, it's okay. You can just go. It's okay. And I said, no, I actually want to because she did a great job. I'm not going to do 20 to 30, but I'll do 10. So I changed the tip to 10. Everything was good. Told them to have a good night. Everything was fine. But I left still just thinking to myself, like, was that kind of rude or am I a cheap person? I don't know. Like, is that kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think most women are pretty cheap. They don't tip like that. And now she's kind of getting her just desserts because a lot of these women are online talking about how men need to be tipping, men need to be tipping, and men need to be subsidizing a woman's lifestyle and all this kind of stuff. But then when it comes to your opportunity to support a female-owned business, you ain't doing the same. So a lot of hypocrisy coming from the modern feminists. and, you know, these strong, independent, empowered boss bitches nowadays. It's absolutely ridiculous. They don't support each other. They only support themselves. And that's why they advocate for, you know, the female supremacy, because they actually support themselves. But when it comes to competing with other women, they don't want to do it. So anyways, you already know what it is. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. See your relationship request to the email down below, or the screenshot of your CashApp, so I know you're paying on time. Man, y'all need to be on your more freaking name with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.